great. We're having a good experience, and the kids are learning, and probably 10 altogether young people from YouthVille, and they joined up with 30 people from one of the church groups, and they've been working up Monday and Tuesday and doing demolition, tearing down some abandoned structures. And now today they're working at the Artist Village. And you can see in the background here, this is our garden at the Artist Village that the group started a couple years ago. And it's growing quite amazingly. So I've been working on cleaning it out. But that's what's neat about this whole area and this whole project that we're working on. It takes so many different types of directions. The community garden, the painting of the murals, which decorate all over town in the Old Redford neighborhood. As you will travel, you'll see these. Also the tearing down of the abandoned homes to refurbish with green space, parks, new homes, and it's the people coming together all for the same purpose, which is what this is really all about. I tell the young people it's about building relationships amongst themselves, but with the people that live in this area, in this community. And it's just a step towards a bigger picture of being neighbors with people around the world and how we can really unite to help one another and to change the world. And it begins right here in our own community, and starting with the basics, you know, pulling weeds. It's funny, there's this one young lady that you'll probably interview for you, Lauren. A couple years ago I told her, I says, you know, you build character when you pull weeds. And it really is true. You know, it starts with something so basic as the pulling weeds, and it makes you a better person. And you realize that this little thing that you're doing is changing the landscape of a community, making people proud of what they have, and making them feel like they can take ownership. Sometimes it's so overwhelming when you live in a place where everything about you is falling apart, everything's burnt, broken up. But then when you see other people that come and they start changing that surface, it gives you hope, and then you want to be a part of that, and it's exciting, and the whole community then comes forward and joins in. And you can see that as you walk around town.
I've been weeding with Lynn. I swept out one of the buildings. We were putting up a scaffolding for Chaz because it's having a ton of high school students actually come here and putting together an art school for 5 weeks. So
it should benefit the city a lot, because when people see us do it, they should try to help and change their neighborhoods too. While we trying to change, we can't do everything. They need to help everybody. Everybody just need to help.
97 actually started this program in 2003, and it's something I've always wanted to do to make a difference. Just a need, I came into the community to make a difference because I knew I could was the first thing, but how I was going to do it was always a question, and I figured I could use my art to make a difference. So that's been my whole mission, to use my art to make a difference and teach people to take pride in their community by painting murals and teaching kids art. Well, right now, it helps a lot because it makes people take pride in the city, but right now my focus is starting on smaller areas and working my way and working on smaller areas and letting that work its way out throughout the city. In other words, it's kind of a ripple effect.
I think doing this might help benefit the city, like eliminating abandoned houses, so it's making it kind of safer for the people, like the neighbors around here, so you don't have people just inside these houses. Earlier today we were painting, and then I was in there raking all the stuff out the windows, or whatever you call them.
And this spring he carried out a very successful project where we engaged 600 people in doing service work. Yes, and in fact he worked with Light Busters at another site here. Today Monday and Tuesday he's been working hard on the demolition in this area. So Derek, I want to ask you, why do you do all of this?
Well, really just to help the community. I've been living here my whole life. I love this place. Everybody in my house wanted to get out the weed, because it's so bad. But if we just make it better, I mean, that seems like a much better solution than just leaving something.
You know, one of the people said to me recently, a young person, is volunteer work. You mean you don't get paid? Why would you do this if you don't get paid?
It's just, being a good person, If you outside, see thousands of trash items on the ground, just walk over it, pick it up. You there, your mom's gonna make you, so that's real. So why not take out the house? We have fun and, something good for the community.
And do you know why this site, why are they tearing down these homes here?
Well, these homes right here were fire bomb. I think all three of them were. Yeah, just a bad situation here. Well, when we got here, these houses were already partially torn, so just come in and finish the job that was already been started. That's really picking up a big one.
Well, what's going to happen to this site when it's all clear?
I think we're going to rebuild on it. Well, not us, but the city, as a whole, going to rebuild areas. Maybe do some more homes, maybe apartment companies. I'm not sure. Those are just some good real suggestions.
And what do you want to say to young people out there that talk about helping others? What would you say to them?
Let's talk about it, be about it. Like you said on our shirt, our logo says about having a day. It says, be the change you want to see in the world, and I think that's what everybody's live about.
Very good. That's what this is about, and all these kids are a part of that and part of making that happen, because it couldn't have happened if they didn't come here and paint the murals and pull the weeds and do the things like tearing down the buildings. But because they did that, it created an energy that can't be stopped.